Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium video, bringing you an ELDEGOSS team. Now, I'm super excited to go ahead and try out ELDEGOSS because ELDEGOSS was one of the first Pokemon ever revealed for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and since then, it hasn't been used too much. But here we have a team from in space on the Pokésports Discord, which includes a beat-up Dragapult with the ELDEGOSS and the Cotton Down ability. It's super interesting because if you guys don't know what Cotton Down does, it essentially lowers the speed stat of every single Pokemon on the field. And with Beat Up, we're gonna lower the speed stat 4 times to my opponent's Pokemon because Dragapult has a clear body, so you can't actually lower its speed. Interesting strategy, and then that'll essentially make it so that ELDEGOSS can outspeed everything, and then get a Sleep Powder off with the wide lens, and then we get a pretty free switch in with the Dragapult spot as well. I'm super excited to try this because the first thing I said in space when he sent me this team was like, "Hey Kevin, can you try this?" I'm like, this is such a Kevin team with the Cinderace, with the Toxtricity, with the Urshifu, with the Corviknight. Like, this is such a Kevin team. So I'm excited to try it just because it's full of Pokemon that I know how to use and how to do well with. If you guys are excited to see ELDEGOSS in action, go ahead and hit the like button down below and support Pokésports and all of our endeavors. Let's get on to these battles. Starting off the day with Hard Trick Room. This is a situation to where lowering my opponent's speed will actually not make a difference. So that is something, but how are we going to break through this potential Trick Room here? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we can. But we're gonna have to find a way to somehow play in that space. It's definitely gonna be Indeedee Hatterene lead, for sure. Probably the Dragapult, not Dragapult, probably the Rhyperior in the back. So we can kind of predict that. Kind of make a game plan for that. Also does have the Toxapex, which is interesting, and the Clawitzer. Yeah, so let's do. We'll do Urshifu. We'll do Urshifu, Cinderace, Corviknight, Toxtricity. We're actually gonna leave the ELDEGOSS behind here. Simply because against Trick Room, it makes simply no sense. But hopefully we'll get to use ELDEGOSS in the next episode, or next battle. We'll see if we actually pull off a victory here, just like facing my opponent in Hard Trick Room. Because like I said before, this team doesn't have any like super hard counters to Trick Room. You just kind of have to play around it. And if this is one of those guaranteed Trick Room things, then we might be in a little bit of trouble. But anyway, let's do we pull the Dynamax button here? Just straight up pull the Dynamax trigger? I think so. We just Surging Strikes. We have the Focus Sash, so I kind of feel confident just going for Surging Strikes. Actually, let's double into Hatterene on the off chance he doesn't click Follow Me for some god-awful reason. And let's go and... Oh, we're regular Cinderace. Oh, no. Oh, now I don't want to Dynamax it. We'll get Dynamax Corviknight. That would probably be better anyway. We'll go for Powerball. We'll double in to Hatterene. No Dynamaxes. It's just going to follow me on the Indeedee. That's fine. This Powerball should bring it down to, pretty low. If it hits! Oh my goodness. That's how we're starting the day off, folks. Surging Strikes is not gonna nearly do enough. Oh boy. And it's Citrus. Okay. And Trick Room. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so let's try to play in this Trick Room space a little bit. Go for the Surging Strikes on the Indeedee. And we are going to protect on Cinderace. If we can actually force the Hatterene to go for the Dynamax here, that'd be really nice. We have the switch into Corviknight that we can do. Okay, no, it's not going to Dynamax, sadly. I just really don't want it to turn into that big old scary Rhyperior. If I can keep these Pokemon on the field, the better. Expanding Force, that is just the play anyway. It will bring us down to our Sash, and then the Indeedee will probably clean us up with another Expanding Force. Straight. Oh, I could have OHKO'd this lead too, because it was Life Orb, Hatterene, and Citrus Berry Indeedee. If I had Dark Urshifu, I could have stopped this Trick Room. And, you know, if I actually hit a Pyro Ball. Anyway, I think Corviknight's the play. Corviknight and maybe a Double Protect. I can't think of really another option, sadly. Okay, Dynamax, Max Steel, Spike, Hatterene, and then Double Protect is my only option. Fingers crossed! Come on, Cinderace. You missed the Power Ball. The absolute least you can do is hit a Double Protect. It's necessary. I need it. It's the only way. Oh, no. Feels bad. Goodbye, Cinderace. At the very least, we're going to be raising our speed. I mean, raising our defenses. Which is good for the incoming Rhyperior. We also got a nice KO on the Pokemon that was giving us a little bit of a trouble. But I have no idea how we are going to break through that Rhyperior, to be honest. Assuming he brought the Rhyperior, it could be a Clawitzer for all we know. Oh. Okay. We need to get rid of that Indeedee. How many turns left on Psychic Terrain? Because that Clawitzer is going to have Terrain Pulse or something. Psychic Terrain has 2 turns. Trick Room has 2 turns. Let's just Steel Spike. Actually, should we just Airstream the Clawitzer? We're outspeeding anyway, right? Let's Airstream Clawitzer. Because they outspeed us in Trick Room no matter what. And this way we can get some damage off on the Clawitzer, who still doesn't Dynamax. So whatever my opponent has in the back is what he's saving as the Dynamax option. Yep, does just go for the Terrain Pulse, followed by the Expanding Force. Really wants to get rid of this Toxtricity. Thankfully, our Corviknight should be able to take this very well. And we can get a free Airstream off on this Clawitzer. Which won't KO, but damage be damage. We need another Double Protect. We need a Double Protect to win this game, sadly. So we just Max Stream Clawitzer again. Yeah, that's the play. And then we Protect again. And we hope for the best. He did it! Okay? And that's the last turn of Trick Room, last turn of Terrain. Okay, this is really good. Because now the Indeedee will be on the field outside of Terrain. This is now a +2 Corviknight. I'm outspeeding everything on this Trick Room team. No way. Clawitzer gone. Bad news is my opponent still has Dynamax. Has not yet used it. And if this is a Rhyperior, I think we win. Because there's not much Rhyperior can do to a Corviknight. Unless he catches us on a Roost turn, we should be fine. Oh, Scavalier. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I will just bulk up though, right? I should Roost first. I'm gonna Roost and then I could sit here and overdrive until the end of time. Thankfully no Trick Room's gonna get set up ever again. We break a Throat Spray. Scavalier's probably gonna go for max. Wait, there's no Dynamax yet? I'm missing something. Just click the D-Max button. Are you trying to prove something to me? Expanding Force is gonna take me out, sadly. Goodbye. No, we live in, boys. And then knockoff? Oh, now we're not living. Like I said before, Lefty's Escavalier. Different. I think we're pretty good to just bulk up. We can bulk up until the end of time and Corviknight can win us this game, I hope. Escavalier takes neutral to Brave Bird, so... Also takes neutral to Body Press. Do we have Body Press? No, we don't. But we have Brave Bird. Helping Hand boosting. Thankfully, we're going to be at +2 defense taking this, so the Helping Hand is going to be nullified. As long as it's not like Thunder Punch or some wacky move that Escavalier probably doesn't get, we should be fine. Knockoff? Whatever, dude. Yeah, look at that damage. Knocks off our Lumberry. We can't get burnt anyway by Escavalier. So how about we just Iron-Headed DD? We'll take it nice and slow. We'll Iron-Headed DD, just remove it from the game. Eat up another one of Escavalier's attacks. Roost up, bulk up every turn afterwards. That sounds like a game plan, folks. That sounds like a game plan. Also, keep your eye out for new Pokésports merch. We got a bunch of merch opened up in the Teespring, which you can find a link to down below. But we got a couple new ideas coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. We're getting some designs made for us. Some pretty fun, funny Pokésports stuff. Cat Escavalier is just gonna make this game last 3 turns longer than it should, sadly. Yeah, let's just remove this Helping Hand from the game. I don't like it. Nice little crit. Max Darkness. He's just going to be lowering his own special defense because of mirror armor. I think that knockoff is the only thing that he has to hit me with. I'm pretty confident, yeah. I think we actually just bulk up here because I don't think we have to roost yet. This could be a very cocky play by me and I probably shouldn't be doing it, but I'm just trying to show my opponent, hey, just forfeit. Just be like, hey, guess what? You're not doing damage to me and I have recovery. And you don't, so just forfeit. But you know what? Some of these players will keep going. And it's over. A crit to boot. A +6 Brave Bird Oko crit. We defeated Shadow. Why my opponent didn't forfeit sooner is beyond my comprehension. Anyway, on to the next battle. Okay, let's try to showcase ELDEGOSS a little bit more here, folks. My opponent is bringing a pretty speedy team, but also does have the Trick Room option with the Snorlax. I think we just do a simple Dragapult and ELDEGOSS combination just because I want to see it. I want to see it do something, and it could help us with that Mimikyu, if anything. Along with that, I think our Cinderace is going to be a big contender in this battle, along with the Corviknight. Corviknight's another one that I think would do pretty fine here. We only really have to worry about that Rotom Wash. Our team actually doesn't have a super solid option for that Rotom Wash, but at least with Corviknight, we can deal with all those fairy types and kind of wall the Aegislash a little bit and wall the Dragapult a little bit too. So we'll see how that goes. We also can just stand in front of a Snorlax and not care. Like Steel is just such a good typing against my opponent here. It'd be silly of us not to bring it. We also did have the Toxtricity option if we wanted to switch in. But I think with the ELDEGOSS, at least we have something to resist the electricity. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to try this. If you guys are excited to try this, that's a trainer card right there. All right. Anyway, moving on. Oh, those are some nice gloves too. Dragapult Snorlax. Now this is nice because we're max speed, so whether this works or not kind of depends on... Oh, actually, maybe we should do this. Let's Sleep Powder you and Ally Switch. I wanted to beat up here, but it doesn't actually do anything if his Dragapult is Clear Body, which it probably is. And I'm actually not sure what the Snorlax wants to do. Maybe Yawn? Maybe Belly Drum? Who knows? My opponent is going to Dynamax here. Dynamax in the Dragapult. This is a little terrifying. I don't know how well ELDEGOSS can say take a Dragapult attack. I guess it's time to find out. I hope it will take it and we're able to get a Sleep Powder off, but who knows, right? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, that's good. That's really good, actually. We take those. We totally take those. Night, night. And now what does Mr. Belly Drum here do? Fire Punch? Why did my opponent fear ELDEGOSS so much? Jeez. See, we could beat up ourselves, but we don't have to. Let's just go for the Dragon Darts. Actually, it could be weakness policy. Do we hard swap into something better? We don't really have something better, sadly. Let's see if we can get the free switch into the Cinderace on that Dragapult spot. And let's Sleep Powder the Snorlax while we're at it. We should already be outspeeding the Snorlax, even if Snorlax is at +1 speed. I guess that counts. Next battle. My opponent is running the James Beck team, which is pretty cool because that actually does make me happy. It's not a Sleep Powder Venusaur, I'm not gonna lie. Does have the option for Trick Room, so maybe lowering my opponent's speed is not the best option, but I do think it's actually a pretty good option here. So let's go Dragapult, let's go ELDEGOSS, let's go Corviknight. This Corviknight deals with a large sum of this team. I think we might need Urshifu though. See, Corviknight would deal with the Venusaur very well, but so would the Cinderace. So let's actually switch over to Cinderace and switch to Toxtricity. Cinderace has the fighting move for the T-Tar. Toxtricity has the electric move for the Charizard and the Gyarados. So let's just play in that space a little bit. Hopefully my opponent doesn't start off with the Trick Room combination, because if he does, ELDEGOSS is kind of pointless. I mean, not pointless. I still have the option for sleeping, because my opponent is not bringing Follow Me and is bringing a Dusclops. But I do think that as Venusaur lead is probably my opponent's best option, than the Torkoal swap in, obviously. Also, it would spell a little bit of trouble for my ELDEGOSS, but we just kind of deal. I could always protect it if anything. At least we're making my opponent run down this time where he's thinking. They're thinking really hard about this. Blue hair. Fancy. Show me not Trick Room. Torkoal Venu. Now this did kind of spell disaster for us. But if for some strange reason they decide to... They won't. Do they just take out this ELDEGOSS? I think they might attack Dragapult. Do they sleep out of Dragapult? We can ally switch this. And then sleep the Torkoal. Yeah, let's ally switch. Let's do ally switch first turn. Sleep Powder Torkoal. I think they sleep powder Dragapult. Nope, Dynamax. That's gonna be really bad. But anyway, we get the sleep powder on Torkoal. I said it too. This is probably James Beck's exact team. I was just wondering if they use that, because this is an old team by now. I don't even think the rental for that team is available anymore. So, part of me was just like, maybe he's just using the team as a mirror, but he has different moves, but oh well. Max Vine Lash onto the Eldegoss. That's not bad. And then if all goes well, we get a free sleep powder here. Honestly, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. And we got the Cotton Down off for free. Okay, hold on, guys. This is actually pretty decent. That's a pretty good turn right there. Bad news is we can't really do anything to that Venusaur with Eldegoss. So let's just protect. Like, if we're gonna take a Max Ooze, we're gonna take a Max Ooze. And let's get off. Do we Dynamax here? That is not. I'm not comfortable doing that yet. Actually, let's try to lower this. No, I'm gonna protect. I'm gonna protect Eldegoss and go for a Phantom Force onto Torkoal. We'll get some damage off from the Torkoal. I'm protecting just so I can live a Max Ooze next turn. And honestly, it will also proc my, it'll give me one more turn of Cotton Down, which is really nice. Yep, Max Ooze. Yeah, it's gonna give me one more turn of Cotton Down. Beautiful. So I've actually successfully forced my opponent to hit my Eldegoss an extra time here. Which is gonna make it so that this Venusaur is technically not in the sun right now, quote unquote. It lost its chlorophyll. Which is really nice for whenever my Cinderace comes in, which is about to right now. Oh no, it's not because I protected, that's right. Let's just Sleep Powder you again. I'm not sure if we outspeed the Venusaur now. It'd be funny if we did. It really depends on how much speed investment this this Eldegoss has versus how much speed investment that Venusaur has. This isn't my team, so I didn't actually sit down and look at the stats. Torkoal protects, I guess, just in case. But you can't protect a Phantom Force, thankfully. That looks like a very defensive Torkoal, by the way. Okay, so Venusaur just outspeeds, so. Quake into Dragapult? I don't care. Because I can now go to my Cinderace for pretty much free. Dynamax that thing. Sadly, I was looking at this team a little bit earlier. It's not a G-Max Cinderace. Wait, oh, I broke the Protect with Phantom Force. I was so confused. I was like, wait, why was I allowed to do that? Oh, that's great. Thanks, Phantom Force. Phantom Force coming in clutch. And now we still have our Dynamax intact while our opponent has absolutely nothing. And here's the next play I do. I'm pretty sure my opponent switches that Venusaur out. So I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder. Just on the off chance they do. And on the off chance they don't, I'm just going to sit here and max Airstream it. Actually, I could double into it just in case it's a potential sash. Let's do that instead. I'll just double into it now. I will max Airstream to get some speed. It does just switch out though. Okay, that's good. And the Charizard. Charizard will not be appreciating this. Actually, I think it will probably just go down. This looks like a straight sack here. Double switches. Okay, just to reset all of its speed. Into Dusclops. I can put you to sleep all day, dude. We're gonna get a quick little frisk from the Dusclops. It's gonna learn that we actually do have the wide lens on this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking Eldegoss is doing some serious work this battle. Anyway, max airstream. Switching to flying type. Gonna be able to easily take out this Charizard, I think, with the Life Orb. Beautiful. And we are gonna get a nice energy ball off on this Dusclops, chipping away at all that health. I've actually never attacked with Eldegoss yet while using this team. Let's see how much damage we do. Beautiful. We're not going to be a +1 speed Cinderace. Oh, he goes in with Torkoal. Who is still asleep, by the way. He could ally switch to Dusclops, and I kind of dare him to, because that means that he will be taking the max airstream instead. But we're just going to max airstream the Torkoal and sleeping the Dusclops. Battle is canceled. Gonna take home. Look at this. Eldegoss just forces people to quit Pokemon. What can I say, man? If you guys did enjoy this video with Eldegoss, go ahead and click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you guys want a rental code with this team, here it is. Try it out for yourselves. We didn't get to try out the beat-up combination, but I think you guys get the point. Like, Eldegoss is super good. It lowers the Pokemon speed, and next to a Dragapult that doesn't actually lower the Dragapult's speed. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm Kevin. This is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out.